Hello children of the universe, and welcome back to my channel Makeup and Science. My name is Darky, and this is where I like to play with makeup whilst I talk to you about science. And today I am going to be discussing how scientists, Australian scientists, have discovered the missing matter in our universe. So if that sounds interesting to you, sit back, relax, and we'll get into it. This video is also part of my Colourpop 9-pan series. Today we're doing it on Aha Honey, and I create a monochromatic look using this palette. So yes, I'll see you with my naked face. Alright, so as per usual, here is the pans swatched on my hand. So you can see how it looks on primer. And the center pan is a pressed glitter. Okay, so after an intergalactic search lasting more than 2 decades, an Australian-led team of scientists have finally found the universe's missing matter, a mystery that has stumped astronomers for a very long time. This discovery comes to you in part by Australian Professor Jean-Pierre Macquart from the International Centre for Radio Astronomy Research at Curtin University of Western Australia, my hometown and state. They used the CSIRO satellite ASCAP, which is the abbreviation for the Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder. That's it. So the ASCAP telescope is located in Western Australia's Midwest, and it has 36 telescopes, which make about the size of a 4,000 square meter dish, which is pretty giant when you think about it. And for you non-Aussies out there, CSIRO is the main scientific body in Australia, which stands for Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organisation. There we go. It's science. There we go. So pretty much like all our big findings, like if you're a big scientist and you're doing research, you'd be going through CSIRO. I've never used the palette in this way, making like a neutral brown look. I've always done a really sparkly yellow look, so this is a first for me. But I will definitely be adding some shimmers. Since the mid-1990s, scientists have been trying to locate half of the universe's ordinary matter. That's right, just ordinary, normal matter that we are made of, and that's everything that we've ever seen. The other name for that is baryonic matter. So everything else other than baryonic matter is dark matter or dark energy. So dark matter makes up about 27% of the universe, and dark energy makes up about 68% of the universe. So that's like 95% of the universe. We can't see, we can't touch, we don't know how to interact with it, we don't even know how to find it. The only way that we know that dark energy and dark matter exists is because we see the gravitational effects it has on matter around it. So baryonic matter, normal matter, only makes up 5% of the universe. And because we only knew what half of it was, that's like 2.5% of the universe, we knew where it was, but the other 2.5, we didn't. So this is like a really major find in scientific literature. And it's sort of part of what got me to start this channel, because like that's really interesting. Like this is the sort of stuff that I want to share with other people. Like I remember watching the news, or like a talk show news. Anyway, they weren't excited about it. They were just like, oh, okay. Which I'm guessing a lot of people would be, but me, when I first read or heard about this, I was just like, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. So yeah, it's mind-blowing. It's really cool. So yes, back to the main story of where is the missing matter. Astronomers had been looking out at the universe using all sorts of different forms of light, from radio waves through to X-rays and visible light. None revealed the missing matter until they started measuring fast radio bursts, also known as FRBs. FRBs are brief flashes of intense energy found racing across the universe. There, they found the missing matter hiding in extremely dispersed gas clouds between galaxies. So if you think about it, galaxies are very dense, active, it's where stars are born, where planets are born. It's just so much intense matter of everything. And then in between all of that dense, crazy chaos of galaxies, there's a whole lot of nothing. That's called intergalactic space, where pretty much they thought nothing was. So these fast radio bursts, these FRBs, were first detected in 2007, but were not fully understood. Intergalactic space is very sparse, so these FRBs, or missing matter, is like the equivalent of 1 or 2 atoms in the size of like a bedroom. They said office space, but I'm like, I don't know how big an office space is. So office space, bedroom, living room, I don't know. But 1 or 2 atoms, very, very sparse. Like, it's unfathomable. Yeah. So I'm leaving a link to an ABC News article that has a cool video on like a visual of how you can interpret how the FRBs come through space and how we figured out, like, how does that work? How does, finding radio bursts tell us that we found matter? But to put it into like simple terms, like easy to understand, like, so when the light is coming, if it came whole, like uninterrupted through the vacuum of space, you'd get a whole radio wave or light. It's undisturbed, it's whole. But if there was matter out there, it's going to interact with the matter, and it's going to slow down and break apart the different frequencies of the radio waves. And then when that comes in and we read it as this spread out radio wave, we can detect what kind of matter is it interacting with. So by studying how far away the origin of the FRBs were and how much they had been split out by the time they reached Earth, the scientists were able to figure out how much matter was sitting between the galaxies. So by repeating this process 6 times from different areas of the universe, the scientists were able to determine how and where the missing matter was coming from. The results have been published in the top scientific journal, Nature, but it's behind a paywall, which really sucks. And for information on the topic, I have left the links down below. I am going to finish off this look now with obviously foundation, mascara, eyeliner, etc. And I'll be back to show you the finished looks. And this is the finished look. So I've been trying out the Proper Beauty lipsticks, and this is in the color Believe It. And I think it works perfectly with yellow because I think it's a yellow undertone. And I actually used for blush the color Totally Buggin as my blush. And I've created, I think, a very good monochromatic look. And for highlighter, I was going to use a color from the palette, but I didn't want to go too glittery. So I used the Sigma Glow Kissed highlighter palette, and I used the first color there called Flare. It's the most yellow toned of the highlighters. And I went a bit extreme with the wing. It's all right. And yes, usual bronze. I used bronze with the Physicians Formula and contoured and set with my almost fully panned contour palette by Charisma. Charisma contour palette by Kaleidos. Anyway, all that detail is going to be in the description box down below as per usual. And yes, I hope you enjoyed watching me do this monochromatic Colourpop look and learn something new about science, astronomy, the scientist finding new information about our universe, and I hope you're as excited about it as I am. You know, all this information that they find just, I guess, helps with their search for where we came from and how does it all work, what's the fundamental building blocks of life and creation, and when did the Big Bang happen, how did it happen, what happened before it, all that crazy big stuff. So yeah, if that was good for you, if you enjoyed listening to me give a little snippet about our discoveries in the world, click the like button down below. Consider subscribing if you're into makeup and, you know, getting those little updates about science. And yeah, leave a comment. I'd love that. And hopefully I'll see you next time on Makeup and Science. Bye.